Okay, mom. Hello.
Hello, G.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Guys, it's been a day.
Guys, should we fill them in?
Yes, go. Go right
now
now.
that we are both working women. I mean, she always was, okay? But like we out here after work.
After hours.
Look at the shuckling.
Guys,
like-
I did not redo my makeup. This is 6 a.m. makeup.
I don't even know if I'm awake. I'm like half asleep.
You sure you don't want me to add a tea bag in there?
I'm okay.
A second one?
I'm okay. I'd have the cup before I started the episode, so we're good.
Yeah. It's just been very exhausting, but we're here because we love it.
And we love
But,
you guys.
you know, if you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to patreon.com/OkMomPodcast, maybe we can quit our jobs.
What a beautiful dream.
Okay? So can you do this for your girls?
That is called
Seriously, मैं तो अब रो के कह रही हूँ. पहले मैं गुस्से में कहती थी, फिर मैं प्यार से कहती थी, अब मैं रो के कह रही हूँ.
Behind the scenes, I was wiping her tears, okay? Like, I was wiping her tears, okay? Like, do you not see our duk?
Dukh, sukh.
Be our suk in the duk.
You guys don't see my dark circles? Even this great quality of a camera can't cover it up. All right? So,
okay.
Please, if that did not convince you, y'all, ab mujhe nahi pata, I give up. Do you want a bribe? Like, what do I do?
And yeah, for the people that say that we have bad promotional stuff, you do it then. Kar lo.
Khud karke dikhao.
Dikhao zara. On one hand, it's like, we want honesty. We want influencers to be honest.
Then we're honest and we're like, kitni boring ad hai. Le, kar lo gal. Okay?
I can't. Yeah. You know what? You get the version of Patreon on the YouTube episode today, okay? Today. It's happening.
Yo, we better have some energy to record Patreon. The tanky needs to be refilled.
It's okay.
Okay, so y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please head on over to patreon.com/OkMomPodcast.
Yeah.
It's $5 a month. And you get extra content from your girls every morning at 7 a.m. And if you subscribe there, our Wednesday episodes are ad-free. And please make sure that you are following us on all of our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And you guys, can you please give us those 5 stars on Spotify?
Yeah.
Please. And Apple Podcasts. We would really, really, really appreciate it.
Oh, and also for the ones that voted for us, for the podcast awards, you guys, first of all,
big ups.
Big ups. You guys know we are one of the first Desi podcasts hosted by your girls, okay? We appreciate you guys so much. We couldn't have done it without you. If we haven't already said it, thank you so much. But keep the momentum going. We really want to make some big moves.
Let's go.
For our people.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. You good? Let's get started.
Go. Okay? Let's go.
I'm just going to ask you because everybody's been asking you.
Yes.
Actually, people have been asking us.
Uh-huh.
So you guys, you know how this is going to be the segment where we say some sayings.
Yes.
And we have to convert them word for word in Urdu.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not word for word. Sometimes it's like the general what the saying means.
Yeah.
Last time we did them, it was like kind of general sayings in English. This time I might throw in some Gen Z slang. Okay? How do you translate skibbity toilet?
You can't. Skibbity toilet.
Can I go?
Yeah, you go.
I'm gonna say commode pe tapusiya marna.
What does that even mean?
Like tapusiya marna. Like when you're just
tapusiya.
Tapusiya is like when you're just clowning around.
Oh my! I've never heard
like
that.
When
word.
you're chalonging from one area to chalonging from one area to another. My mom used to say that to me all the time because I was a very like shararati child. And I would like jump on couches and do all these things. Like I was Tarzan in my living room.
We would call it shararati. Like,
my mom was like, "Yaar tapusiya maar diya." And I'm like, all right. So that's what skibbity toilet is.
I love that word.
Yeah,
though. I love that word.
But generally speaking, guys, I don't actually know what skibbity toilet means. So I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means. I think it's like from like a Travis Scott song or something like that. I'm not really 100% sure.
Someone tell us.
Okay.
All right, you going?
The phrase is waist ute.
Oh.
What is that in Urdu? A waist ute.
Aajkal de niyane. Okay? It's not in Urdu, it's in Punjabi.
Is that what it is?
It's not like yeah, but I mean, if you do a word for word, it's like
waist ute. Waist ute would be like, yeah. Like,
how do you say garbage?
कूड़ा
कूड़ा बंदा
कूड़े वाले बच्चे
हाँ
कूड़े के
कूड़े
बच्चे
की औलाद
oh my god but that you're calling the parent the कूड़ा there has to be another there's a way to say it like
okay hold on wait
बेशरम बच्चे waste you that's straight up
हाँ.
बेशरम बच्चे
हाँ.
आज की बेशरम बच्चे we're a part of that actually
Yeah, I
we
know.
are also the बेशरम्स hello
बेशर्मी
wearing our badge with pride
I like the आजकल दिन आने
yeah that's a good one
that's
too
the way to say it
that's a Punjabi way of saying it say less fam
कम बोलो खानदान
कम बोलो खानदान how would you say it though like
but say less means like okay say no more like I got you
yeah
so how do you say that in Urdu?
say less like sahi gal that's Punjabi sahi gal yeah but that's just like
that's
you're right
you're right how do you
but
say like I got your back in Urdu फिक्र ना करो मैं संभाल लूंगा
yeah that's a good way of saying it but what's like the funny thug
the funny way I don't know the street way to say it
what's the street Pakistani slang way of saying it is there even a way
I don't know
there must be
oh I got one
okay go
hold your tongue
ज़बान जरा संभालो ज़बान
Yes.
संभाल के
yes
ज़बान संभाल के बात करनी है
if it's
Okay.
word for word it's like ज़बान पकड़ो
ज़बान
अपनी ज़बान पकड़ो barking up the wrong tree
that's a good one barking up if it's literal it's like
भौंक रही है that's in Punjabi
yeah कुत्तों की तरह तुम भौंक रहे हो दरख्त के ऊपर
हाँ that's a word
there you go
that's a word for word
let me just put my little Urdu topi on
or like गलत दरख्त पे
गलत दरख्त but like
up the wrong tree
you're
Word
barking
for
up the
word.
wrong tree basically means like oh you're messing with the wrong person
हाँ, so how do you say that in Urdu
ज़्यादा ना बोलो
हाँ
or like no there is a better
There's
way
gotta be
there's a
better
better
ways,
way
like,
there's a better
kind
way
of like a do you know who you're messing with right now how do you say
तुम्हें
something
पता है
like
मैं कौन हूँ
that? हाँ
तुम्हें पता है मैं कौन हूँ
अभी मैं बताती हूँ पता है मेरा बाप कौन है
don't cheese me
yo how do you say cheese in Urdu
पनीर
पनीर मुझे पनीर ना करो
मुझे पनीर ना करो
don't
पनीर
cheese me
ना
don't
दो।
make me upset
main character energy
how do you say that
ये देखो सुपरस्टार आ गया but you know how people
मैं इस कहानी की main character हूँ how do you say main character
oh
मैं शहजादी हूँ इस कहानी में oh
yeah. you know how they say like तू बड़ी डॉक्टर कुड़ी है
तू बड़ी शाह है
yeah तू बड़ी शाह and it's also just like no, I guess that's not the way to say it but like
because that's like a teasing way to say
yeah it's like you think you're some big hoor pari or whatever
it buddy
oh I have a good one
go
catch these hands चपेट खानी है
खानी
how many different ways can you say slap चपेट थप्पड़
थप्पड़
लपड़
what's lappad
I don't know I just added an L on top of the थप्पड़ and said लपड़ चांटा चपेट थप्पड़ लपड़ जुत्ती yeah belt whips and beats
डंडा
and then the gore say spanking spanks okay are we good
तुम्हारा खून चूस लूंगी
that she took it from like 0 to 100 okay it's one of those days guys
rolling around
this is one of those days okay
it's gonna be either one or the other you're gonna get a soft version of us or probably not the soft version of us
today is I don't know what today is the topic that we have for today is one that we haven't talked about in a really long time it is share your wildest pre and postpartum journey stories
so we had to bring this topic back
yeah
So many people are requesting it. I think we did a reel talking about postpartum depression once, a couple of weeks ago. And I think everybody was like, talk about this more. It's so real. And we thought, what better way to bring it up than have everybody else's stories on here too. In the hospital, on the same day I gave birth, my dad said I should start losing weight as soon as I can. I almost wanted to him, and my mom yelled at him. It was so hurtful that it was more hurtful than he will understand. But what he didn't see is that he said anything wrong. What made me the most sad was imagining how he must have been towards my mom when she was in my place.
Yo, when you hear from your dad though, you're just like
saying that.
It's like embarrassing too.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, what?
Yeah, and it's like, well, you're supposed to love me unconditionally.
Also, like, I just gave you a grandchild.
Yeah, and then sometimes you're just like, is my husband going to listen to that and think the same thing? How many people are thinking this about me? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the way that your mind just is like, does everybody think this?
Yeah. And in those moments, I just feel like you can spiral either way.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes you're on a high.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like after birth, sometimes you could be on a high and so many people will be like, oh yeah, like I'm so unstoppable and look at what I was able to do and this. But other times it might not be the case. And I think that's the reality, that maybe people expect you to be so happy after giving birth, but depending on how your birth went, you could be miserable.
Yeah. It could also have been like really traumatic where you're still recovering from that moment of like, what did I just go through? Like, I even think of it like when I was in the delivery room and there was a chance where I might have an emergency C-section. I was terrified, girl.
So what happened?
So they were basically just like, you haven't dilated enough.
Yeah.
And so if you're not dilated enough from like one side or something, then it was just like, you might have to go in for like a C-section.
Oh
girl, no way. I was like, God, don't make me go through this. Because it's also because I saw my sister go through like the C-section recovery and it's not easy.
Same.
And it was just something that I was like, I don't think that I would be able to like take care of my baby and be mentally okay going through all this pain. So I was really scared. I mean, it didn't happen that way, but still, like, that's scary.
It's just so scary because honestly, especially when it's your first,
Yeah.
you literally have no idea what's happening.
Mhm.
Your body is just like getting ready to give birth and you are like, okay, but I'm not mentally ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though you might think you are.
Yeah.
But I think there's a huge difference between thinking that you're ready to give birth and then actually having to go through it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're just standing there like, I don't know what my body is doing.
That, and then there's always a risk.
There's such a risk.
Like, I don't want to scare people, but like, you don't know what your birth story is going to look like.
Exactly. And you can have every birthing plan on the planet ready to go and organized, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what your body's going to choose to do. And that's just the way it's been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, I heard a really scary story. I don't even know if I want to share it.
I don't know. Do you?
There was this girl and I think she gave birth at Credit Valley.
Okay.
And it was all over the news. It was like a young Desi couple.
Was this a few years ago?
No, it was literally a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Like I'm talking recent. And her husband was all over the news. It came up on my TikTok and stuff.
I've seen this.
Yeah, and so basically she gave birth and I think they were stitching her up or something afterwards after she gave birth, and then she got a really bad infection and she kept trying to like go back to the hospital being like, I don't feel well, something's off, and they kept like putting her off thinking, oh, it's just because you gave birth, like this is natural, like a little bit of infection is okay, and it turns out that she passed away from it.
Oh my God.
And they're like, she didn't get any of the proper care. Had she had gotten the proper care,
she would have been
fine. And then there was all this, like, now I think they're investigating all the reasons why she got the infection, and I think they concluded that it was some of the tools that they were using. Like maybe it wasn't sanitized properly, or maybe it was handled poorly, and that led to her body reacting to the way it did.
That's so sad, guys.
It's the scariest thing.
So sad. And like, honestly speaking, I feel like everyone prepares for the birth.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone's like, yes, that's going to be the hardest part. Guys, like, yeah, it is hard. There's no denying it. But like, you know, like the things that happen after you deliver that baby, it's like every day. Kuch na kuch to ho raha hota hai. Honestly. Eczema. Okay. Your stitches are sore. Mastitis. Okay.
Oh my God, girl,
milk is coming in. The stitches. Okay. The first time you got to have a bowel movement. Good luck. Okay.
The way you're sitting on that toilet.
The way you're praying to God.
Oh my gosh. And the way you're so scared.
The way you're It's like
Tange comprehend.
you're more scared of that than like the delivery of the baby. It's like I'm about to deliver another baby.
Like, somebody give me a diuretic. Let it all just come out. Do I have to poop? Can I just leave it alone?
Yeah, literally. But there's so many things. It's so
Oh my
funny.
God, it's so scary. Girl, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, oh.
It definitely is. And I remember when my sister had her baby, she was at my mom's house. I think I probably told the story before, but like every day it was like, there was something new, girl. And so we would be like, what's the disease of the day today? Like we would wake up with the thought, what are we going to see today? What's happening? What's happening?
Seriously.
Like baby's constipated. Baby has gas. Baby is not sleeping.
Don't get me started on the baby gas.
And like, you know what? When you're a first time mom, girl, you're like, what is it? Did they not get enough milk? Because nobody tells you what is enough milk.
Exactly.
You don't know.
And if you're breastfeeding, you really don't know.
You really don't know.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there, okay, you deliver the baby. The nurse gives you the baby. You're holding the baby. And you're like, all right, so who's going to come and like help me with this now? Nobody. Okay.
Nobody's coming to your rescue.
If you have a midwife, they kind of teach you, but like they teach you once and then it's like, goodbye, go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Do this yourself now.
Plus, you know what? Sometimes I feel like when you have a professional who comes to teach you something, I felt like this when I had a lactation consultant come and teach me. In the moment, I was so nervous because I thought I was doing it wrong. Yeah. That whatever she taught me, I was like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. It's fine. And then she left and I was like, yeah, no, I don't got it. No, I don't know what I'm doing. And this hurts so bad.
It hurts so bad.
So, are we going to talk about the cramps you get post-birth that feel like labor cramps? How come nobody told me about this?
Nobody talks about that.
And you want to know, it always happens when they latch.
Yeah.
Another thing nobody ever told you about.
That's so true.
Do you know how bad mine were? I was literally like, baby would latch on, about to feed, and then I'd be like, oh.
Like literally. Oh my God, I forgot about that, girl.
And then I remember it was really bad that I had to ask my midwife. I was like, I'm feeling
major cramps,
crazy pain. Like, it's like unbearable. And I feel it when my baby latches. And she's like, oh yeah, those are so nonchalant.
I know. And I'm just like, this wasn't in the pamphlet. You know, the 2-page pamphlet you guys gave me, it wasn't there.
Nobody gives you no warnings about nothing.
But you don't know. I swear to God, I genuinely felt like I went into it so blind, even though I took one of those like, oh, this is what's going to happen. You know, those courses, prepare yourself for delivery. There's a name for them. Okay. I am not joking. Okay. You could watch all the YouTube videos. I went in blind.
No, same.
And I had no idea.
Girl, I had a doula. The doula would come in and do sessions with me. And I still was like, and she was in my delivery room. Yeah. And I still felt completely like blindsided.
Yeah. I think the time when I think things like started to turn for the best was at the 2-month mark for me, where I finally got a lactation consultant.
Oh, so did you go in?
I went in because you know what happened? I was breastfeeding my daughter and like, you know what? Okay, let me paint the picture. 3 a.m. at night, you are dying from sleep deprivation. You are dying, okay? You're like, please God, like I just need, like let the baby latch. And the baby's not latching. And you're just like literally in tears because you're like, she's crying so much. How do I make her latch? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And you're literally sitting there like, please God, please God, please God. Like literally, okay? That was me, 3 a.m. dying. And then the baby latches. And then the baby goes to sleep because sometimes the baby is just tired, right? They just go to sleep and you have to wake them up to give them a full feed.
100%.
But you don't always know that. So then I fed her and I'm thinking she's fine. She would have a hard time latching. Tell me how like a month or like 2-3 weeks later, the midwife comes in, weighs her and they're like, she's lost weight. And you're like, what?
Oh my God, the anxiety.
What? Like I've been sitting here like a cow feeding her like every 2 hours. Okay. And then it's like, you give her a bottle of formula because you're like, oh my God, she needs... And she's gulping that down like I've starved her. Do you know how bad you feel as a mom?
I know.
You're just like, oh my God, I've starved my baby. You're already an emotional wreck.
For real.
And then that happened. So yeah, I got a lactation consultant. It was also uncomfortable to be like, oh, let me just show you. Everything is open now. Okay. And then you're like trying and they teach you and they help you. And that was the best thing I ever did. Yeah. Truly. Yeah. But it was,
but it's like, honestly, sometimes at the beginning, you're just like, you don't even know these things.
You know nothing.
You don't even know. So when I was at the hospital, before I was discharged, one of the nurses came and handed me a pamphlet and said, let me book you a lactation consultant. That was really nice of her.
That's amazing.
So I think it just depends. It honestly, there's so many factors who your OB is going to be, whether you go with a midwife or not, what nurses are on call at that time, what time of day you're at the hospital. Like, there's just so many different factors. And is the anesthesiologist available?
Bruh.
Or then they come in a panic. If you don't take the epidural right now, then this anesthesiologist is not available for
They have 4 C-sections lined up.
And you're like, okay, so I guess I have to do it now. Now that's terrifying.
Oh yeah. That's terrifying too.
I heard they have to do it when you're actually having a contraction.
No, they don't do it when you're having a contraction. Do you know how quick they are, girl?
No. Okay, can you tell it to me? Because I don't.
So basically, okay, so I got mine done when I was 2 centimeters both times. Okay. And what they do is they like sit you up and you're hugging a pillow. Okay. Some people, I think if you have a midwife, the midwife will let you hug them, but you hug a pillow and you like bend over. Okay. You can't see anything. And then they tell you like, hey, if you're feeling a contraction, let me know because you'll move. You're in pain, right? But you guys cannot move an inch. Okay. And like out of fear, you don't move either. Okay. Like I'm not looking at that big ass needle. Okay. So I'm sitting there like like literally you're folded in like this. Your midwife is holding you from the front. She's in front of me. I'm hugging the pillow. And then they put a needle in to numb that area. Okay. And it freezes it. And then they say that you'll just feel pressure.
Okay.
And that's literally it. You feel like a lot of pressure. Okay. And then like to the point where I still remember, I was like, oh my God, I feel a lot of pressure. Like I was saying it like that, but it wasn't like, ow, ow, ow. It wasn't like that. It was just pressure. Okay. Yeah. And then they're so quick, like in, done. They tape your back. Right. And then, there's 2 things. Like, so the first time I did it, they gave me like this thing where I could like, if I felt like the pain was coming back, I would press it and I would get a little bit more of whatever it was. Okay. And then the second time she actually put it down. Like my first child, I felt nothing.
Okay.
I felt nothing, girl.
Okay.
I did not feel anything. I didn't feel a contraction. With my son, I felt the contraction, so I knew when to push. So when you feel it, that's when you know when to push. But the actual epidural, they will not put it in when you're having a contraction because you're more likely to move around.
Oh, I get thinking, I don't know, so this is misinformation, but I heard from somebody that you have to have a contraction and then they put it in. And I was like, wait, no. What? That sounds
No, I don't think so.
Crazy painful.
Because both times they said the same thing. Like, listen, if you're having a contraction, have the contraction, because as soon as a contraction is done, they put it in because it's like a little bit of a gap till your next one.
Okay.
But man, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to traumatize you. I feel like we're scaring y'all contractions are no joke. They're no joke. Whoever said it's like 10 times, like it's like cramps times 10. I'm like,
no, it's not.
What type of cramps are y'all having?
No, it's not.
Okay, because that is like cramps time 2 million.
Guys, it's death.
Bajillion. Okay, it's like
it's maud.
What a wonderful way to explain. But we'll spin in the positive way. Our bodies were made to do this, okay?
Yeah, I guess.
And we have multiple.
body made की थी इन्होंने.
We are made to have multiple children, okay?
क्योंकि पुल जाते हैं फिर. Then you have another one and another one.
And then your husband is sitting on the side watching like hockey, okay? The NBA basketball game is coming on and you're hearing the cheers, okay? You're hearing the crowd cheering and you're out here like, brother, you want to be my cheerleader right now?
Facts.
I don't want to hear that.
You should be like, yes, there's my wife.
And the way you just want to lay there and be like, I'm about to throw this shoe at your face. You put me here, I'm about to throw the shoe at your face right now.
Yo, anything that is, I'm sorry, husband.
Even like breathing.
Anything you say in that moment,
don't even take a breath.
You're the worst person on the planet, okay? I'm sorry.
You put me here. It's your fault. Every bad thing is your fault.
Oh, you're so ugly. Your breath smells. And don't even come near me. We're never doing this again. Screw you. Why did I have to get married?
It would actually be such a funny experiment if like the hospital staff recorded videos of women and then like a year later, you're back in the hospital having another baby.
Yeah, and the hospital staff were like, really?
Do you remember this day?
It was exactly a year ago. You know those like a year ago memories that come up on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it is like the craziest. And you know what it is? You know what I'm going to say about this episode? We should have started with this, but we should preface with, yes, it's very traumatic. Yes, we talk a lot about kind of the very, very ins and outs and details of things. But I think the important part is that we're trying to have these conversations so that if you are in this boat, you're just a little bit more prepared. Because y'all, we were not prepared. But you know
Yeah,
what I
I knew
would have done
nothing.
to be listening to a podcast about two girls who have been through it?
Yeah.
I would have been like, God, okay, now I know. Now I'm not going to be thinking if I need an epidural, I need to be having a contraction at the same time.
Yeah, and it's also just like, you know what? Some things are uncomfortable to hear.
Yes.
Like some things, even your parents will be like, "Oh, hum is tarah ki baatein nahi karte,"
हाँ,
right?
वो तो हमेशा यही
Yeah,
कहते
yeah,
हैं.
it is. But at the end of the day, like, even if you can gain like an ounce of knowledge from it to
Yeah.
just know that like, okay, maybe breastfeeding can potentially be hard. So maybe I should look into a lactation consultant in advance.
Right.
Maybe I should look into like midwifery care or like getting a doula instead of going with like an OB. Or maybe I prefer the OB. So like you have more options
Yeah.
than just the one that they've presented to you. Yeah.
I feel like the first time around when I was giving birth, I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
I think I was so like मेरे जो होश उड़ गए थे, okay?
Hosho havas.
मैं तो बिल्कुल ही गिर गई थी. I literally just remember not knowing what my body was doing.
Yeah.
And you're just so out of control of it.
Yeah.
I remember at one point I was lying in the bed and I was just like, I need this to pass. I need this to pass. Like that's all I kept saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then with my second, it was scary because it was peak COVID. So
yeah.
I had an added layer of fear because I was like nobody's allowed in the hospital room. Are we gonna get COVID? Hi, I'm at COVID. No, that was the biggest fear everybody
And
had at that
it
time.
was scary. It really
Right?
was.
The third time around is when I finally understood what my body is doing and what I need to be doing at the time.
Yeah.
It's the only time when I can, and I think this is where I can put a twist on it. It's the only time when I was finally in sync with my mind.
Yeah.
And I understood my mind and my body and how it connects. And then I was like, okay, now this is going to happen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to shift the way I'm thinking. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to meet my baby. And then you like give yourself some really positive affirmations.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to lie, by the third time around, I was kind of like, you almost see the beauty in it.
Yeah.
Because there is beauty in birth.
Oh my
for
God,
sure.
of course.
Right? It's a beautiful
You're bringing
moment.
life into the
You're
world. There
literally
is
bringing
beauty
life
in
into
it.
this
Yeah.
world. And you guys, like, it is also a great opportunity to kind of just like make the kind of duas you want to make.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like, you know, and I know a lot of people, they write their duas down and during that time they'll be doing it. Like, just have things that are going to try and bring you back to where you can
And ground you.
and ground you
Yeah.
in that moment. But the first two times, that was not the case whatsoever, especially the first time.
Because you don't even know what to expect, girl.
Exactly.
Like the third time, you're probably like, okay, I know what's coming.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like at one point, I knew that I was going to black out.
Oh my God.
At one point, I was like, Aruj, you better make it down the stairs now because after this moment, you're not making it down the stairs. Like it was that. But I understood my body in that way.
Yeah.
But now I feel like if I just look back, I was so traumatized from my first birth
Yeah.
because one, I can't get over like how little professional care we had.
Yeah.
And even though I had a doula on call, it wasn't until the OB switched shifts and I got a new OB that I felt like anybody even cared I was in the room. Right? So that was a big problem I had when I first was there. And then I finally understood what they're trying to do. Like, I didn't know that, they should be breaking your water at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, like, they try and give you oxytocin and what's the other one? So
Pitocin.
to like, they do it to induce you so that your contractions come a bit frequent.
Yeah.
But I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Because they kept saying, I'm going to induce. And I was like, I don't want it because I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And why can't you let my body naturally do it? Why are you forcing it? Because then you're going to force me to do something else. Then I'm going to be forced to say something else. And I just wanted to avoid that altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a whirlwind of an experience.
It is. But at the end of it, guys, like when you actually have your baby, you do feel like I can do anything.
Oh, 1 trillion
like you do. Whether you
literally look at everybody, you're like, can you do that? I don't think so.
Especially when you look at the men. Sorry. No offense, guys.
Back to the husband.
There's things you guys can do too. I'll give you your credit. But y'all can't have babies. So don't play with us when it comes to that.
Don't ever take that away from us.
Mm-mm.
Because you can't.
You can't. No. Not happening. My husband telling me his sisters are my slave for doing work for me since my mom couldn't make it to my delivery. I had a C-section. It was my first baby. I couldn't lift. His sisters changed my bedsheet by lifting the mattress, which I couldn't do. And he flipped. So much depression. That's so sad.
Uska masla kya hai?
Yeah. Like,
karne do.
I know. And I'm like, oh my God, if I saw my brother helping my sister-in-law with her baby, I'd be like, yes. Thank you.
No.
Do more.
The sister-in-law. Wait.
No. It was her husband. You're
the
right.
husband had a problem.
So it was like if I was helping my sister. No.
If you are helping your sister-in-law and he
has a
mad.
problem with his wife.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Maslaki.
Yeah, I would just be like, are you okay? As my brother, like, are you okay saying that? Like,
but also then you go do it.
okay, but you know what I think happened? How much you want to, but his sisters, either they know people that have kids or they've had kids.
Yeah.
Which is why they're like, we know she needs help. She had a C-section. So does he want you to pick up the mattress?
That's okay.
No.
That's wild. Why would you even do that?
Like you have stitches.
You can't even lift your own baby sometimes.
You know what I've noticed?
Yeah.
Again, guys, not all guys, okay? But some desi men, okay? They genuinely think that like my dad didn't help my mom.
Yeah.
My dad didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
My dad didn't do this. My dad didn't wake up at night and help with the baby.
Yeah.
He had to sleep in his own room because he had to work. And it's just like, so what am I doing? Because taking care of the baby's not work. Okay, so he works a 9 to 5, but does he have to wake up 4 times in the middle of the night? I don't think so. But I do. And I have to cook and I have to clean and I have to take care of the baby and keep somebody alive. Are you keeping somebody alive?
Facts.
Like, it's just like, I don't like that mentality. And like some men, they say it as if like, it's like above them to help their wives or to like, for a man to help, you know, like a woman who's had a child.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's how it should be because women genuinely need the help. We can't do it ourselves.
We really can't.
It's very hard.
And I just feel like even if that was the case, there's a lot of things that used to happen with the generation before us that don't happen to us now.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of our parents immigrated here, but when they were back home, they had a whole system.
Yeah.
They had chachis and dadis and
They also had
nannies
nokkar
and like neighbors coming
Yeah.
and bringing food.
Yeah.
And they had like chefs in the kitchen and other people doing all of these things. So that's why, for example, let's say you're in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And you give birth and your husband is kind of this kind of thinking, right? And he has sisters. Yes, maybe the expectation is going to be his sisters are not going to help you. Why? Because you have knocker shocker to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Koi na koi aayega, somebody's going to come do your laundry, somebody's going to wash your dishes, whatever. So I get that. Here, it's
not
very
like that.
different.
It's so not like that.
It doesn't work that way. Like, if we don't change the bed sheets are not getting changed.
Exactly.
End of discussion.
Yeah.
If we don't do the laundry, we're living... wearing, what is it called?
Dirty clothes.
Yeah, or like, what is that? The J cloth all the time.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got any underwear. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a crazy change in environment. But if the mentality doesn't change with the environment, then that's where the issues come. Because honestly, you guys, it is such a beautiful thing to be taking care of a woman who gives birth.
It's
male or female, husband, brother, sister, no matter what your relationship is with the person who just gave birth. Could be a friend.
Yeah.
If you go in and you help them, like, it's only benefiting you and the person who just brought life into this world.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line. You're not going to look bad. You're not going to look bad for changing a bed sheet.
And you're not going to look weak. Like, you're not less of a man for doing that.
Yeah.
I think also what it does is it allows you as a father to bond with your child.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, like, it's really important. A lot of our fathers did not bond with us in that way. And what happens? They just naturally thought, and of course, it's something that was taught to them too. They thought that that's the woman's role. She does that, I work. And I get it. There are certain roles, right? However, you should, like, dads should always have like a very strong role with their children.
I agree.
Because their children need their dads. They need to feel the love of their father. And like, it can be in different ways, but if you show love to your wife, your child sees that, right? And then they see, oh, my parents have a very loving relationship. And so if we see things in a different way when we were growing up, where we may not have seen that love and that like time that our fathers spent with us, that doesn't mean we just continue on the broken tradition. You know what I mean? Like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
What did we gain from that? Nothing. A lot of trauma, actually.
A lot. And I just feel like we should really just be breaking those stereotypical norms that we always hear of. Like, God, men can't change diapers and men don't need to worry about the feeding and men don't need... But why?
But why?
Why can't they worry about it too? You know how new moms get anxieties? New dads have anxieties too. Yeah. And don't make me start talking about that.
How do you hold the baby? It's a real thing.
Yeah. Or the financial spreadsheet that runs through their mind.
Yeah,
like, how are we going to afford this life? Or how am I going to be a good role model for this son or daughter of mine? What role am I gonna play in this person's life? How do I bond with this child?
Yeah.
Why is this child crying so much? What is wrong with my wife?
Yeah.
How do I help them? These are all natural questions that are very normal for men, but we need to give them the space to explore the answers. And if we don't, then that's when you get the unfortunate cycle of our traditional desi gender norms that we really should try to break.
You know what? That's such an interesting point, because how many times have we talked about the struggles that a dad faces as a newborn dad?
We never
right?
talk about it.
Like, if you really think about it, it's like you take the baby and you give it to the dad for like skin to skin.
Mm-hmm.
But the dad is just like, what? And I think for the woman, it's more of like a process where you're bringing life into the world.
Yep.
So it's almost like you go through this cycle of things. 9 months you're with the baby, you're feeling the baby. But like with the dad, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's literally like, here you go. Good day.
Honestly, he's probably looking over being like, this was in her belly?
And it's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Because there are some maternal instincts that moms have.
Yes.
We can hear our baby crying. We just understand their cries.
Yeah.
There's so many little things that moms are so attuned to with their children. I wonder if dads are attuned that way. And I don't think that they necessarily are in every way, but I do think that there are certain bonds and things that they have as well.
I think so too. I think they're attuned in a different way.
Yeah.
I think there are some things that dads just understand
Yeah.
that maybe we won't get right away, or like maybe we're a bit too emotional to see it.
I think, okay, this is my real thought. When kids grow up a little bit,
that's when
right?
you need the dads.
That's when you need the dads. Because like the moms, we are coddlers, okay?
We never say no. Hi.
Like, usko chilana mare do. Like, don't let him jump from there. And the dads are like, jump from here, play rough housing.
Yeah, guilty.
Which I think is so good though.
100%.
Like, they should be able to rough house with their kids. It makes them stronger.
Yeah. Because
Okay?
we're the moms, we're like, hi,
We're the high highs. We're the high highs.
Let's go bathe them.
We're the high lows.
Meanwhile, the dads are like, let him be. Let her be.
Like, can you stop?
Yeah.
Can you stop micromanaging?
Yeah.
Stop being a helicopter mom.
Yeah.
Give him space.
Yeah, for real.
Like, if he's playing in the backyard, he's fine. No one's kidnapping him, okay? Stop letting your intrusive thoughts
it's
take
fenced
over.
in.
Yeah.
What is your issue? Meanwhile, you're like, no, I have to sit outside with them in the heat
Okay.
for 3 hours.
But you know what I really think pisses the dads off?
Yeah.
It's when our parents are like, eat a roti at 6 months, okay? And we're like, he can only have prune juice,
Yeah.
okay? Only cereal that's spoiled.
He can only have the oatmeal.
And like, people are coming here like, dal kha lo,
Huh.
piki dal de do, piki dal. And you're
Huh.
like, no. The
There's
doctor said you can only introduce split peas mashed.
Only avocado this week. We cannot introduce
Yeah.
anything else.
And then you're like, did you steam that?
Yeah.
Or did you take it out? Did you wrap it up in plastic? Is it organic? And
Did
she's
you use
just
my
like,
baby brasa?
I swear. And he's probably sitting there like, your mother did not even know what organic was. Okay, you fine, girl. You good.
The husband's probably like, you taste test this first.
Yeah.
Then we'll see if you want to feed it to your child.
Yeah,
And you're like,
exactly. And then you're feeding it to the baby and you're like, he loves this.
Yeah.
And the baby's like, bleh. And he's looking at you like, why are you feeding my kids such gandbla? Okay, like, give them some flavor. Okay,
for real.
Mix some haldi into that.
They can't have namak for the next 2 years.
I'm just like, they get pissed
Yeah,
off,
I know.
especially when it's like boys.
Yeah,
They're just like, are you serious? What's wrong with you?
yeah. Stop babying him.
Yeah, like, you're making him soft. Okay, stop.
Guilty.
But like, that's just how we are.
Yeah.
You know, and they get mad and you're like, come here.
Yeah. Yo, and then when they get mad at the kids, the way your kids will come running to you,
Yeah,
and you're like,
and then-
it's okay,
And
it's
then
okay.
you're looking at your husband like, can you not speak to him like that? Speak to him in a soft voice. Regulate your emotions. But when you're yelling at your kids, it's like, I know what I'm doing, okay? I know what I'm doing. I've done
Or it's
this.
like, I've been here all day listening to this. I have the right.
Yeah.
But you don't have the right. You never have the right.
And when they want to say something, you give them that death stare that's like, don't you dare just talk right now. I've been with the kids 8 hours in the day.
Facts.
You just walked home,
Mhm,
okay?
mhm.
Like,
Don't
oh my
raise
God.
your voice at them. It's only been 20 minutes.
This is like a collective experience, let me tell you. Okay, this is a collective experience.
Married for 4 years now. 38, trying to have our first baby. My hubby is having some infertility issues. And since my mother-in-law told us early on not to use protection, AO, total boundary violation, we can't be honest with them about his infertility. But she's under the impression that I'm the one with the problem and keeps advising me to do this and that. Super overwhelming. But imagine if she finds out it's actually her son with the issues and not me. Yikes.
That is so Why do mother-in-laws do this?
Okay, but whoa, the comment, don't use protection.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you telling me anything? I don't even know how to have these conversations with my mother.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have this conversation with me?
Imagine having this conversation with your mom.
You know what? Actually, no. I probably could, but it's uncomfortable.
I don't think I could have this conversation with my mom. Like, that's weird.
I could have the conversation with my mom. I could. I know myself.
Okay, what would you say?
I would just tell her the truth. My mom is very understanding. She's not
No, not the infertility conversation.
The conversation about
don't use protection.
Yeah, I could have that conversation.
What would you say?
I would just be like if she said that to me, my mom would never say that to me.
Yeah. But well, okay, let's say she came up to you and she was like, okay, let's just say she said, don't use protection. What would you say?
I would just be like, okay, mom, what the heck?
Okay,
why are you telling me that? But my mom would never.
I would play our intro song.
Yeah. I think, okay, look, I think there's certain things that are obviously in Desi culture, there's certain things that like we don't talk about just for the sake of having some shut-em.
Yep.
Obviously, we're bishadam here, but I mean, that's a side note. But I do think that if we want to progress, there's certain conversations that need to be had.
Right.
And maybe one of the reasons why there's so much secrecy and it's so taboo to have these conversations with our parents is because nobody wanted to talk about it openly.
Right.
But then it causes a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that like I would have these conversations with my kids and I would have been okay if it would have been it's always weird, but like it's important to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, if this is happening, right? And somebody, first of all, your mother-in-law should not be saying that to you, period, end of discussion. And honestly speaking, if she did say that, I feel like, I know it's probably uncomfortable for the guy to like tell his mom that, but it's unfair for her to assume that you are the problem.
Yes.
Because then you're also taking the brunt of a lot of the heat and you don't know what she's thinking or who she's telling or what's going on. And the truth should always be the truth, right?
You guys, we said in the last, a few episodes ago, but the girl always gets the blame.
Always.
So sometimes in times like this, if it's really bothering you, maybe sit down with your husband and see how you could have this conversation with his mom.
Such a wake-up call for the mother-in-law if that is said to her.
Yeah.
Not in a rude way, but just to like say it, because then she will think twice, maybe, about bringing things like this up, because you realize that, oh, it's not always the girl.
Yeah.
You know, something I was discussing with a few people today was that literally a lot of the times, even though women are the ones that have gone through things themselves, why is it always the women that are saying things to the other women?
It is
why?
Always.
Like, why?
I don't know.
I don't understand it either. Like, I get so confused because I'm like, if you've gone through, like we've gone through childbirth. There's so many people that, you know, you probably know in your circle who've either had struggles getting pregnant, fertility issues, whatever it may be. You know someone, okay? And you've seen them struggle. So like, if you've seen it, then why are you asking these questions of other women? Like, it's just so hurtful.
Feel like women always like to bring women down.
Yeah.
Or you always want to put your 2 cents into stuff. And it's like, nobody asked.
It's like
this part I find really weird because I'm just like, first of all, there's this misconceived notion in our community that one, if there's ever infertility issues, it's always the girl.
Yeah.
2, the girl decides the gender.
Oh my God. What?
We gonna clear this up right now?
Biology.
Because you guys need to go back to grade 11 biology.
Yep. Let's go back. Rewind.
It's all your sons who determine the gender. Okay? First of all.
Yep.
Second of all, infertility issues can be in both. Can be in just the men. Can be in just the women. Clearly, like in this scenario, it's in her husband.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it is just so difficult to talk to the generation before us about this because they'll be like, what do you know? तुम्हें क्या पता?
What do you know and तुम ज़्यादा ही खुल के बात कर रही हो?
हाँ, या तुम ज़्यादा हर चीज जो तुम Google पे पढ़ो वो सही नहीं होती.
Yeah.
हमारे कब से ancestors have been saying this is how it is. And now you're going to come and tell me it's different?
Yeah. I do think that there's certain like things that do come to light later on where like this is like beneficial. Okay. Right. But there's certain things that it's like, but science has disproved that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, with the infertility thing, I just feel like that's just not the right, like, why are you saying that?
Yeah. And I just, at one point I feel like I would have the conversation with my husband.
It's gonna come out eventually.
It's gonna come out, and I'd be like, "Listen, you need to talk to her because I can't take this anymore."
Yeah.
Infertility journeys are hard enough.
Yeah.
Now I gotta listen to her say this all the time.
And imagine a relative asks like, "Oh, aren't they gonna have a kid?" And then the mom's like, "Oh, it's her."
It's her.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Like, who wants to hear that?
And you don't know the kind of stuff that comes out from it. Like, oh, I knew he shouldn't have married her.
And then it's like that person's gonna tell 10 other people.
Exactly.
And so as much as you don't even want to have these conversations, the conversation was had for you. You know what I mean?
Share your wildest pre and postpartum journey. My husband says that he'd want to have a second child, but he doesn't have the patience to go through my pregnancy and postpartum again because I was extremely mean to him, which I accept. My pregnancy hormones were way too much for him to handle. I gave him such a hard time. This man has trauma. Guilty but not guilty.
He literally has PTSD.
Yo, he's literally like, nah, we can't do this again.
You know what though? That can happen.
Girl, it's the realest thing ever. Listen.
The realest thing.
You want to know why? Because honestly, we're sick of being pregnant too.
Yeah.
You think it's a hard time for you. Imagine the person going through it.
Yeah, no.
Do you know how much I hated being pregnant?
I did not enjoy it.
I cannot emphasize it on the show enough. I was so tired, sore, fat.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't eat anything, but I'm gaining all this weight.
Yeah.
It was like,
The
couldn't
acid
sleep.
reflux.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't sleep. Swollen feet. Acne.
Back pain.
Eczema.
Oh
You know
my
I
God.
randomly got eczema on my knuckles?
Oh my God.
Randomly. Every जिंदगी में कभी eczema नहीं है. मेरे इधर हो गई during one of my pregnancies.
You had also just like, you're going through so much. And then sometimes you can't even vocalize that, like, I did not enjoy being pregnant because everyone's like, oh,
You're so ungrateful.
God gave you this big blessing and you're saying that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not ungrateful for the blessing.
Facts.
I just feel like my pregnancy wasn't easy because I was throwing up for 6 months.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I couldn't eat anything. And I'm sitting there crying half the day because I can't eat anything. And everything makes me want to vomit.
Exactly.
Okay. Other than poutine.
Yeah.
I can't live off poutine for the rest of my life now. Right.
Seriously.
So it's
I'm
just
gonna get
like,
a heart attack during this pregnancy too.
yeah, exactly.
And
then-
people get diabetes during pregnancy.
Yeah, and it is hard on your body. It's also harder the older you are. If you already have a kid and you're pregnant.
No.
If you have 2 kids and you're pregnant.
No.
3 kids and you're pregnant. Yeah.
No.
Just pretend you're not pregnant then. Because at that point it's like, I'm just running the ship. It's a one-man team.
Seriously.
I'm doing it all.
I thought you
okay.
were running the shit. That's also what it is.
There you go. But it's very hard.
Because you're literally just surviving. Honestly, the minute I was pregnant with my second, I was like, how am I doing this?
No, I know.
And I literally don't have an answer. And you know, sometimes people will look at you and they'll just like, you know, they look at your Instagram quote unquote life and they're like, how do you do this? Because you look like you've got your stuff together. Meanwhile, I'm like, girl, I don't even got a problem. Like, I don't even have an answer for you. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know how I'm doing it.
I just remember like when I got pregnant with my second, I remember my daughter, she was like, play games with me, do this. And I was like, girl, I ain't got the energy.
Yeah.
So I would buy like the most blob games. I'm talking about blob as in like I can be a blob and just sit in one place and just move my hands.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to move my feet. Don't ask me to move anything else. So I call those games blob games. Like Light Bright. Okay.
Yeah.
And like sequence and like games where you're doing nothing. Okay. Because I didn't want to do anything.
Seriously.
And I'm wearing men's clothing.
No, same. I lived in men's clothing.
It was like body, what body? What is a body?
Yeah. It was tights and oversized tees.
Oh yeah. And tights were thankfully in style at that point. Okay.
Well, we just got to bring them back because
bring them back.
What else are we doing, pregnant ladies?
Okay. Can I, speaking of.
Yeah.
Maternity wear is the most hideous thing I have ever seen.
Okay.
Don't be telling me that the only store we had in Canada was motherhood maternity.
और मैं बात कहूं महंगा क्यों है इतना? Why am I paying triple the price for a shirt?
And like the maternity bras are literally like the Pakistan bras from like 1964.
वो जो लटकते होते हैं.
Like what in the world?
The ugliest piece of
the
trash.
lack of support. Okay, like there is no support. Why are you even wearing one? Why are you wearing one?
Oh my
Can
God.
someone make shalwar kameez with breastfeeding panels? New idea. Get it going.
So that I'm not
Wedding
trying to
wear.
pull my entire kameez up?
Formal wear. Okay.
Girl, forget that.
I know half y'all pregnant girls are up in those bridal suites taking your entire kameez off to feed your baby.
हाँ,
Okay?
फिर बाल खराब हो रहे हैं, makeup खराब हो रहा है.
Zindagi kharab hui bhi hai.
हाँ, पसीने छूट रहे
And
हैं.
obviously that's the time when your family decided to have a family wedding that you could not miss. Okay.
Okay, but imagine if you're wearing like a full gown.
Girl, that was me on my brother's wedding.
You wore a gown?
It was a full gown.
How did you feed him?
Well, I literally I had to pump. I pumped and I took the bottle with me.
Oh, okay.
But then he was so just like, they're bajan because you're also bajan.
They feed off your anxiety.
Yeah. And then you're so sore.
I know.
Okay. Cause like 5-6 hours, like they're not getting fed from you. So they're getting fed from a bottle. And it's just like, it's very hard. And then you're sitting at the banquet hall being like, does anybody have hot boiling water so that I can put my little bag in to defrost the milk? And it's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay, desi weddings and being freshly postpartum.
Yeah. I went to a wedding when my first was like a couple of months old. I can't remember how. Like he was young.
Yeah,
and he was so young that I took those little headphones.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how loud the music's gonna be. So I took those like noise canceling headphones or whatever. And we get there, and I wasn't even wearing a bodysuit. I was just like, I'm gonna just wear what fits right now because nothing fits at that time. When I got there, my dupatta, the way I wanted to rip it off. I was like, I can't. It's itchy. I'm irritated. I don't want to be here. He's so uncomfortable. And like, he wasn't napping. Because obviously it functions like this. They decide not to nap. Everybody's on a strike right now.
Oh my God, I know.
And then I went into the bridal suite. And it was so quiet and calm. And I just sat there for a second. And then I texted my husband. I was like, yeah, we got to go home.
Oh my God, guys. That feeling.
And I just had the app. So we didn't even have the dinner.
And can I tell you, I bet the feeling when you sat in your car going home was just like, shukr khuda ka. Like, I cannot even tell you how happy I am that I showed face, gave you your gift and said, see you later.
You unpin your dupatta, you throw it in the back and you're just like.
Girl, do you know the amount of times I would bring an extra pair of clothing?
That's
like
smart.
A little baggy t-shirt. I will be changing in cars. I don't know who I was flashing.
Yeah.
I don't know who I was flashing. And I didn't even care. Okay. Yeah. I didn't care because at that time it was just like me and my baby in the backseat and feeding my baby in the backseat. And guys, I was a pro diaper changer of the backseat trunk. Car trunk. Like, it's so easy. Okay.
I went to a baby shower recently. And they
did the game, didn't you?
Yeah. No, where it was like dolls, and then everybody was gonna be blindfolded, and you had to put a diaper on the dolls. And I literally sat there, and there was a bunch of people there, right? And there was like a couple of seasoned moms, you can tell, and then there was a couch full of like the single ladies, right? And I sat there, I looked at one of the girls, and I was like, I think anybody who doesn't have kids should be playing this game.
Yes.
And she looked at me, she's like, yeah, because we can do it with our eyes closed. I was like, in the dark. She was at 4 a.m. I'm like, that's right. That's right. You know what I'm talking about. It was so funny. I was like, this is what our life.
It literally is though. Like you can literally do it with your eyes closed at this point. I could do it with
my eyes closed.
The amount of diaper changes.
Kuch na pucho.
It actually became a thing where it was just like, I'm playing basketball with a diaper. Like, is it going to go in the bin? Like, is it going to go?
Yeah. It was, that's what it was.
Yeah. Guys, this is the life. This is.
Feed.
Okay. And the satisfaction of when your baby burps.
And the way you're so proud of your baby when they burp.
Yes.
He'd burp. I'd be like, you did it.
And the way that you're like calculating, like, did they poop today? And you're writing it in your what to expect app.
Okay, but I was old school, you guys. I had a little notebook. Notebook with my likhti thi. How many wet diapers? How many? I was. Trust me, the first time around.
Second, third, fourth, you're just like, okay. I guess
the second time around, I was like, wait, has he gone? It's been like a week. No, it's just me. Did I forget?
Yeah.
But like. Seriously, the first time around I actually had a notebook and I would write.
You're such a paro mom.
Such a paranoid mom.
You're like sitting there like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You are terrified. And
oh my God, you want to know something that happened?
Yeah.
Try to share the story. It's kind of like.
It's up to you.
Gross.
Okay. It's really your call.
We didn't. So like my first had a lot of trouble pooping.
Okay.
Like he was extreme. Like I'm talking weeks.
Okay.
Weeks.
Okay.
Okay. And then I had to consult someone about it, like the doctor or whatever. I was like, he's not going. I don't know what to do. And they had told me to take a Q-tip.
Okay.
Put Vaseline on it.
Tell me.
And you have to, and you have to put it like in the hole, just a little bit, not in, just a little bit, so that he feels the pressure to push it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked.
You know,
it's like that
baby Frida.
They have
this,
called?
It's called, I don't know what it's called, but they have something
it's like
similar.
Airy or something.
Yeah.
And it lets baby
Frida
pass gas.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And some people said that like that helps their baby go.
Yeah. Because sometimes they're just so backed up and you don't know what else. And I was doing everything. The YouTube videos. YouTube was probably
the bicycles.
Like, bicycle kicks. the little, you know when they do the I love you?
Yeah.
You gotta like massage them in that way and then turn their legs that way. I did everything, man.
Guys, these are like veteran stories.
Good job, Pocho.
Yeah.
The stuff we've literally been through war.
And for the ones that don't have kids, guys, if you are planning on having kids, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club.
We're here for it.
They're also super cute. I'm sorry, but they are so cute. Who gave them the right to be so cute?
The baby scrunch, guys,
oh my God,
is
you take them out of the car seat
and they're just like But I have to say, you know what part is really cute? When they can finally, like, they can lift their heads.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
They can move their head and then they can do tummy time on their own.
Yeah.
My niece, she's so adorable. She's at that phase now, okay?
Oh.
And then they like babble. And they're like, dead. Like, it's so cute. I just love it so much. That's a fun
I love
phase.
when they're like so, you know when their eyes get stuck on something and they're like this?
Yeah.
And then they're like bobbing
And you're
their
like,
head.
what are you looking at? Is there a ghost?
Yeah, sometimes I like close their eyes. It's just close. Constantly getting peed at during contact naps.
Oh my God.
Must be a boy.
Must be a boy. Holy.
Apparently there's a little thing that you can put on to prevent them from peeing, like as soon as you open their diaper.
Yo, do you know how fast I was like, it was like supersonic speed. Okay.
But sometimes it didn't matter.
Yeah, sometimes
it did not
Sometimes
matter.
they were just waiting for you.
Mhm.
After my baby was born, I went to my mom's and my mother-in-law said, Hamare mein aisa rivaj nahi hai, and caused so many problems between me and my husband, saying to him that I left him and took our son too. My whole postpartum, she made it hell for me as my husband was always fighting with me and I couldn't enjoy my newborn. I can never forgive her for this as she was never there for me and wouldn't let my mom look after me and caused so many problems between me and my husband. Evil. And all her daughters are always at her house and eating there. And the ones who live away, they come and stay for days, even though they've not given birth. But I wasn't allowed to go after birth. That's so sad. And
Why are you not
harmful.
allowed to go to your mom's house?
But it's also like, why are you poisoning your son against his wife?
Yeah.
You're literally, you're saying things like she left you with the baby. And it's just like, are you okay? I feel comfortable at my mom's. I have help. I don't.
Do you want to know why? Because if I'm taking care of the baby, guess who's taking care of me?
Exactly. Because
my mama.
You're not going to help me.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry you went through that.
I think the mother-in-laws that do that, like they are the facade ki jad, truly.
100%.
Like you are being the facade ki jad because you think you're doing your son a service by being like, oh no, tell her to come back, you like bring the family back, but you're breaking their family apart.
You're being a pasuri.
Yeah, for real.
What's
a pasuri?
Like just like an annoying being.
There you go. Okay.
Pasuri dal liye.
There. That's so sad.
That is really sad. I had a really tough delivery. Loads of blood loss, infections, the works. We still went to my in-laws for a week when I was 2 weeks postpartum so they could get time with the baby. On our last day there, they invited the whole family around to see the baby. I could barely sit for long periods from the pain of infected, partially healed stitches. And in the middle of this super overwhelming gathering, my mother-in-law announces how she'd fed my baby the ras from a gulab jamun.
Oh my
Because
God.
baby looked like she wanted it. And posted how the baby licked it off her finger. My baby wasn't even 3 weeks old. I left under the guise of needing to feed baby and cried. It still gives me rage to this day.
Why would you do that? You could put anything in the baby's mouth, the baby's gonna take it. Let's just say for what it is.
Okay, but why are we... I would get so upset.
I would be so upset.
I would get so upset if I heard that at a gathering at my in-laws' house. Yeah, this is a triple whammy.
That's a quadruple whammy.
Nah,
That's
like
that's
Cinco de Mayo whammy.
I just think God, I don't like it when people do that stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, that's not your baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Everybody knows the doctor has told you not to do things like that. So
Seriously.
why are you a doctor? Do you have MD after your name? I don't think so. So why are you doing that?
And you're giving, like, why are you giving mithai to a baby? Hold the cow now.
It's not even like it's healthy, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like unhealthy. Genie. That's what it is. Genie.
Processed.
Super processed, okay?
Oh my God, you're giving that to I would be so upset.
I would be so upset, but then it's just also like, I would tell my husband to talk to his mother.
100%. 100%.
Because I would be like, listen, if I say something in this halat of mine, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Facts.
I don't know what's going to come. And I also understand that when you first have your baby, how you want to just take the baby and cry.
Yeah.
Because you just feel so violated. On top of that, you're still healing. you have stitches, you have an infection, and you still were kind enough to be like, yeah, I'm 2-3 weeks postpartum. Let me go to my in-laws house for a week.
While they invite everybody on the last day so they can see my halat right now.
But do you know how much anxieties you have? Because you're like, I don't even know how to take care of this baby properly yet. And I'm sitting here in their house trying to figure it out. And you're inviting the tabbar over. The khandan is here, you know? And then it's like, Jo, sahi tarah se kapde pehan ke aao. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I get so irritated.
I'm getting irritated. What do you mean?
Like, all I want to do is wear pajamas all day.
Seriously?
Okay? Let me live with my spit up covered shirt.
But also, you're like, man, I haven't showered in 3 days.
Oh,
because I'm in so much pain because of my stitches.
Okay, but then I also think about this and I'm like, where's the husband? Is he cracking jokes with the guys in the other room? Probably. Is he just chilling out eating the gulab jamun, the one that you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay. That would make me so mad.
That would make me so upset.
Okay. On this topic, okay, so I know this is like more for like Muslim moms, right? Yeah. But I'm sure that like other South Asian moms have different cultural things that they do, right? Mm-hmm. So in ours, you know how they give like the baby the gurti, right? And there's like a specific person you pick to do that, right?
Because apparently they say that they'll take the qualities of the person who gave the gurti. Gurti is when you feed either khajur or a bit of honey, like you don't even feed it.
It literally touches their tongue.
It just touches their tongue.
Even though you're not supposed to give honey because of that whole botulism thing that the doctors tell you to. It could also be like, it is like you just touch the khajur to their...
Literally like you put a little bit on your lip. Let's say you put on your pinky, then you just take it to the baby and you just like thoda sa halka sa.
Like you don't like... Okay,
you're not feeding it to them.
There's so many people, okay, that have dedicated someone that they want to feed to do their child like gurti or feed them the gurti, right? Mm-hmm. But then you have people come and be like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and you're sitting there like, I never wanted you to do it.
Facts.
Why did you do it? Because no one told you to do it, right? But then they take on that role where it's like, maine karna, and you're sitting there like, I can't even say anything right now.
I know.
I am trying to compose myself, but I can't even say anything right now.
And can I just say, it's moments like those where sometimes you do go back and tell your husband. Okay, let's say something bothered you and you're like, look, I'm gonna go back and then your husband's like, look, they're all happy too. They're trying to celebrate too. And now you're sitting there like, oh, am I making a big deal out of this?
No.
Should I let them... Like, these are the kind of thoughts that go through girls' mind because honestly, we're just so emotional at the time. And you're just like, am I making a big deal? They are also celebrating. Should I just let them do it?
Bring mithai then if they want to celebrate.
Yeah, do your own gurti, man. Apne muh ko khilao.
Or
don't touch my kid.
Or for me, it's like, if you really want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Then let the mom and the dad decide who they want to have do that.
Yeah.
And then you can do it again later on. You know what I mean?
But there are just some families, girl.
They're just so over the top.
Yeah, but also the mom and dad could even decide the name of the baby. And family members would be like, no, we're not calling your baby that because that's not our name that we decided. Koi khandanon mein yahan tak bhi baat pahunch jati hai.
But that is the thing. If your husband don't take a stance for that, what do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, okay,
it's not their choice. It's not their choice.
Let's say you got a good man. He takes a stance. It's fine. He has the conversation with the parents and whatever. Now you're at your in-laws' house. You're 2 weeks postpartum. We're going to take this scenario.
Okay.
You're 2 weeks postpartum. You're sitting at your in-laws' house. You're just there and you're trying to survive. You were asked to dress up. You go downstairs with your baby. Your mother-in-law's holding your baby. And then somebody in the room calls your baby by a different name and says, oh, I don't care what you said. To your husband, so embarrassing him in public too.
Nicholas ko zara leke aao. Is this Don't tell me these
Jonas
things.
brother aa gaya, Jonas brother.
Hi. Okay. All right.
Maine isko bulana Nick. Okay. Now what are you supposed to do?
I would be like, yahan pe koi Nick nahi baitha tha. Okay. Aap kisko bula rahi hain?
Old Saint Nick is in the North Pole.
No, but if my husband's sitting there, I would hope to God that he's like, that's not the baby's name.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not the baby's name. But if it's just me alone, I would probably like laugh it off as a joke and be like, that's not the name.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in hell I'm letting somebody else just be like, oh, but I don't like the name, so I'm gonna name you Alice. Are you okay? No, and it's Alice.
Her name is Alice, but I call her Alice.
Yeah.
Multiple Alice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That for me is something that like nobody can sway me.
Yeah, for real.
If I name my baby
Facts.
1, 2, 3, let's just say, even if I named my baby Chair,
Facts.
You do not get to add arm to the chair. No, okay? The name is chair. The name will stay chair.
You can't even call
C-H-A-I-R.
them, go to C.
You can't even write C-H-E-R. No.
No.
It's chair. Bus.
Khatam. Khalas. There are a couple of things that I feel like really new couples need to stand by together. And I think this change will vary from couple to couple depending on what's really important to you.
Yeah.
One is 3,000,000% the name. You get to decide that.
Yes.
No one else gets to decide that.
Yes.
Okay. I think another thing is like if you have a girl, you get to decide when her ears get pierced. And that I'm gonna be biased about it.
Yes.
I
Not
don't
the
care.
husband.
No.
Sorry.
Not the husband's mom. Not the
Oh.
husband's sister.
Why would they even have a say?
हाय इतनी छोटी एज में नहीं हम करते
हम
ये तो
आप
5
आपने जो
महीने
करना
की
आपने कर लिया था.
हाँ.
It's not on you to decide for my child.
yeah
You don't get a
because
say.
if I get the green light from whatever healthcare practitioner that she's allowed to get her ears pierced, guess where Aruj is taking her
Yeah.
to get her ear pierced.
Yeah,
and
we're
nobody
going.
can say anything about that.
Yeah, I agree.
We are going.
We are going.
And the other thing is, I know we were talking about like in the beginning how women are so like a helicopter mom when it comes to food. But I think honestly, especially when it's a first baby, you're so nervous. You like don't even know how to feed them. And then
For
when
sure,
you're
for
transitioning
sure.
to solids, it's so tough. So I totally understand where the helicopter mom comes from because we were like that. Let's be real.
I was 100% like
Right?
that. I was the organic mom, guys. I'm so sorry.
I was the baby Brezza organic. This week we introduced avocado. Next week, and then you can only choose vegetables first because if you introduce fruits, then they're not gonna like the
Oh
vegetables.
my God, yes.
Yeah, girl.
And introduce all the allergens too, you know?
Thoda sa peanut butter here.
Yeah.
Almond butter here.
Guys, we say a lot, but we did the same
we
thing.
did it first.
I'm telling
Isilye
you.
to hum keh rahe hain.
I'm
We were
telling
there.
you,
I was there with y'all.
In the trenches, we were there.
Yeah.
Okay?
The way I would record the food logs of like what I was giving my
The
kid.
way my daughter would literally give me the most disgusted looks as she threw up that
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
Like, ew, mom, this is gandbla. I don't want to eat steamed beets.
This
Okay?
is gone the moon.
Giving me like steamed chukandar. Like, what the heck type of khane are you giving me?
Sweet potato.
Girl hasn't touched a chukandar after that. Okay?
Facts. Like it wasn't until I traveled with my first for the first time that
Yeah.
I actually let the reins go. And he
Yeah,
was
I can
9
understand.
months and we took him to Morocco.
Yeah.
And we had a layover in Paris, right? And you guys, I think it's like when I left the country and I left the comfort of my home, I was like, I can't be this type A mom
Yeah,
right now. You gotta
yeah.
just give in at
Yeah.
one point, right? And then that's when I remember like we were sitting there and like the food in Morocco is like top tier.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Bro, the bangan that I had in Morocco, I will never have anywhere on this planet.
Okay, I'm shook.
Like it was so delicious.
Wow.
It was so good that I fed bangan, tomato, like a little sabzi mixture to my son for the first time there.
That's amazing.
So it's
Culture
like-
those children.
Yeah, because I didn't have a choice either.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't be like, can you boil some sweet potato for me? Where am I supposed to find avocado here? Like, it was just the
Yeah.
whole game plan just went out the window.
Yeah.
I had taken those little oatmeal things,
Yeah,
those like whatever
the cereal
those,
type
the
of things,
cereals.
yeah.
I had taken those. And then eventually, honestly, the kid loved the food so much that I was like, all right, scrap this.
Open
too, let's go.
season. Dal chawal from today on.
Even meats. You know how meats you have to wait a certain number of months?
Yeah,
When we were there, oh my God, the chicken was so
and like you just like
soft.
mince it like
हाँ,
really
हाँ,
small
थोड़ा
and
सा
you give it to
करके, I
them.
was like, चलो दे दो उसको.
Yeah.
चलो दे दो.
I think you phase into it eventually.
Eventually, when you realize,
But like
yo, I
at the
gotta
beginning,
give.
everyone is paranoid.
Yeah.
Let me just say.
And
okay?
also, guys, at the beginning, don't be surprised if your kid is picky.
Yeah, I think
They're
they
gonna
always
go
are.
bleh to everything.
To everything. Okay, guys. So that was our episode for today. We actually do have a second part for this coming out on Patreon. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Patreon is every Monday at 7 a.m. And make sure you guys are also following us on all of our social media channels. Make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube, telling a friend to tell a friend. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Okay, mom.